The number of empty beds is making Washington Department of Corrections consider closing dozens of units in its facilities across the state. How this could affect employees and inmates. Plus, millions of people will hit the road this Memorial Day weekend, but some are wondering if politics may be to blame for a bump in prices at the pump. We verify.
Plenty of sunshine and gorgeous weather to kick off this holiday weekend, but tracking some potentially record-breaking heat for this upcoming week.
Good evening. Thanks so much for staying up late with us tonight. I'm Tim Pham. New tonight, the Spokane Police Department is asking for your help in finding a suspect that attempted to buy a girl. So it happened this afternoon near Empire Avenue and Cincinnati Street. That's near the Northtown Mall. A mom says that she called police saying that a man attempted to buy her daughter for $1,000. The suspect was driving a maroon Ford F-150 with the license plate number there on your screen. Now, police say there were two suspects in the vehicle. The driver is described as a white male in his 50s with a beard, wearing a light color hat and clothing. There was no description for the second suspect, although if you do have information about the suspect's whereabouts, you are asked to call Crime Check at the number there at the bottom of your screen. Now to an exclusive. The Washington Department of Corrections may be closing more than a dozen units in its facilities across the state, and that's because it's seeing a significant number of vacant beds. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley spoke exclusively with the DOC about these potential closures and shares how they could impact employees and inmates.
The inmate population is declining across Washington Department of Corrections facilities. This could mean the closure of 18 living units in 12 of its facilities. The department is reporting about 3,600 of more than 18,000 beds are currently empty throughout its system. That's about 1 out of every 5 beds empty.
It's a fluid situation.
DOC spokesperson Jackie Coeur says the decline in capacity is due to several factors.
A decrease in sentencing and referrals by the local courts is one contributing factor. Also, some population reduction efforts such as rapid reentry, furloughs, commutations, and the Supreme Court ruling of State v. Blake has also led to a decline in our populations.
The DOC is also projecting significant changes to inmate populations following the state legislature's passage of Senate Bill 5121. It expands eligibility for the graduated reentry program, which involves electronic home monitoring for inmates.
So what that means is that we expect to see more beds in our facilities become vacant due to people moving into this program.
The department sent out this memo to employees and stakeholders. It includes a list of the 18 living units that may close.
So could these closures mean layoffs?
So we're confident that these units, these closures will be occurring over a planned 6-month time frame, and we're able to reduce the impacts to permanent full-time employees. By managing the reduction in staffing on a gradual basis, increasing staffing provided in the budget approved by the legislature, not filling existing vacancies.
She says the next step is to gather input from inmates and their families about the potential impacts. Then, in the coming months, the department will formulate a final plan. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
The Airway Heights Corrections Center is not identified as a facility for a unit closure, which is why DOC spokesperson Jackie Coeur says it's unlikely it will be impacted at this time. Well, again, the CDC is urging people to be cautious over the Memorial Day holiday weekend.
If you are vaccinated, you are protected, and you can enjoy your Memorial Day. If you are not vaccinated, our guidance has not changed for you. You remain at risk of infection. You still need to mask and take other precautions.
97% of all new COVID-19 cases in Washington are among people who have not gotten the vaccine. Just under 1,000 people are testing positive for the coronavirus every day in our state. All right, let's get to weather now. A live look at beautiful Lake Coeur d'Alene. Obviously late at night there on the lake, but it is, going to be a beautiful day tomorrow and really the rest of the weekend. So let's get to Michelle Boss for more specifics, more than just it's going to be beautiful. Michelle, it's going to be hot.
Yeah, it's going to be dry, it's going to be sunny, it's going to be hot, and we're going to have light winds. So pretty great conditions to be out on the lake. In fact, let's take a look at the forecast for Coeur d'Alene tomorrow. In case you didn't have a chance to get out today, we're looking at warmer conditions tomorrow, highs in the upper 70s. We're in the lower 70s, upper 60s to lower 70s today, but plenty of sunshine tomorrow. But note, even though the air temperature is in the upper 70s, water temperature still a pretty chilly 54 degrees, though I anticipate that water temperature is going to be warming up in response to those much warmer temperatures coming on the way for later this upcoming week, with highs in the mid 80s to lower 90s. Speaking of calm conditions out there, we have mostly clear skies, expecting a few cirrus clouds to be rolling in over the next couple of days, but that should still give us mostly sunny skies and still allow our temperatures to warm up into the 80s and 90s. Currently, it's cooled down to 55 degrees in Spokane, 52 in Coeur d'Alene, 44 in Deer Park, so it is going to be a cool start to tomorrow morning. Great news is if your house kind of got a little bit warm today, you can just open those windows and let things cool off before things start to heat back up tomorrow. Wind speeds, not a big deal, not only for now, but over the next several days through the holiday weekend. We don't anticipate any strong winds out there. So in the short-term forecast, mostly clear skies, temperatures dipping down into the mid-40s. We should have a fair amount of sunshine tomorrow and be up into the lower 60s by 9 o'clock, and looking for highs in the upper 70s to low 80s tomorrow. And then we'll ramp it up for Memorial Day to 85 degrees with mostly sunny skies, and could see our first 90-degree day in Spokane on Tuesday.
Michelle, thanks so much. One of the most popular spots for the weekend will be the lake, of course, as Michelle was telling us. This is your friendly reminder to always practice safe boating. While boating, it is legal for the driver to consume alcoholic drinks and have open containers. However, they still must be under the legal limit of 0.08%. Authorities say if you are drinking, to do it responsibly. They also say to have life jackets for everyone on board and whistles in case of an emergency. Well, runners are picking up their race day packets for the Coeur d'Alene Marathon, which is happening tomorrow morning. The Pacific Northwest staple is giving a chance for community members to get some exercise while getting some normalcy back. Our Morgan Trow was at the course to see what community members are saying about the return of this iconic event.
Nearly 2,700 athletes will be on this trail tomorrow morning and taking over McEwen Park. I don't know about you, but I am not the most athletic, but neither is this trio I talked to. They said they're still ready to race because the Coeur d'Alene Marathon is more than just about speed.
And they said, Nancy, do you want to join in? And I said, no.
These ladies are known as BFF 50 plus, or at least that's how they're known to Coeur d'Alene Marathon organizers. They are so excited that Idaho is in stage 4, so the Coeur d'Alene Marathon is almost back to normal. The running group all live in different states, and like them, people from all over the country are coming to participate in one of the first major events in a year.
We used to meet up for lunch and movies, and that kind of came to a screeching halt.
Nancy Regan, Nancy McKenzie, and Martha Noe are finally reunited. The trio has been best friends for more than 50 years. They had an idea. Why not start walking? It was an activity they could do together, but in separate states.
We have a lot of people coming in from all over the country, experiencing Coeur d'Alene, and just a beautiful weekend here on Memorial Day weekend.
We're going to actually get to run the course, so it's going to be fun.
We don't run, we walk briskly.
They are walking the 5K together. They are 3 of nearly 2,700 racers. The marathon, half marathon, 10K, and 5K, as well as the kids' events, will travel around Lake Coeur d'Alene. There will still be COVID safety precautions. When social distancing isn't accessible, they ask you to please wear a mask. They are planning to do waves of less than 50 people every few minutes. The trio is thrilled to all have gotten the same time.
Go team!
Yeah. Last one there is a rotten egg.
The first runners take off bright and early at 5:30 in the morning. And if you feel like you missed out and you still want to sign up, the marathon is still taking racers. You can sign up on the Coeur d'Alene Marathon website. Reporting at McEwen Park, Morgan Trow, KREM 2 News.
Well, a Connell basketball team is being penalized after a video posted to YouTube shows students calling black players racial slurs during a game. The North Franklin School District says they are currently investigating allegations of racist remarks and gestures made by Connell High School students in the bleachers during a match against Zilla High School last Saturday. South Central Athletic Conference held a meeting on Wednesday and voted to impose sanctions, including restricting the teams from playing in the postseason. The decision also banned parents and students from attending any SCAC event until June 12th. The Connell High School athletic director also issued an apology to Zilla basketball players, coaches, fans, and the Zilla community. We're just getting started here on the news at 11. The commission to investigate the deadly January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol was struck down on Friday. Why 11 senators opted to miss the vote entirely.